Howdy, WSC Tom here. I got a question. Was that real? Or was that fake? Yeah, that was fake. This is an engaged track. That's at the camera angle and to make this picture side, just like this picture right here. I tell you, camera angle makes a difference. I can't tell you how many people thought this was a real train when I showed them this picture. See, I edited the people out and all that. There's no people in this photo. And this actually looks like it could be a real train. Only difference is no gravel on the ground and none of that. But anyway, perspective is important because people thought this was a real train. Isn't this crazy? Just like that last photo when you saw that I actually got people to think that I went to Japan and actually saw that train blast past at 200 miles an hour. But look at this. This camera angles is crazy. Here's another example of the camera angle. But this one's obvious that it's not real, but just watch. You know, I love this little trolley. You know what I miss about some of these train shows here? There was this one year where these buddies brought a trolley here and they rewired it to a point where as the trolley went draw power from the overhead catenary like it would in real life. And look at this, I love this. This actually had Ferris wheels and a little theme park here. I love this. This was good, I loved it. And look here, this a little trolley here. But back to those trolleys where they drew power from the overhead catenaries like they do in real life, it was amazing. I mean, they actually rewired it and made it so it drew power from the overhead catenary. I wish they had that here, and I wish I could have recorded it, but it's somewhere I have to find it. And if I can't find it, it won't be on this video. I'ma just explain it. It was crazy. And one time I asked a witness to hold this on here, and he joked around. He literally said 600. Then I'm like, 600 what? Hope you mean volts. I meant not the real thing. I meant this. He said, like, it goes from 6 to 15 or something like that. It is like more manageable, but you know, it was a joke he had, and that was amazing. And I wish. And the thing about this area location here, it wasn't that much here and it wasn't that big, so I might show y'all a few more things, but it wasn't much going on here, so I'm gonna continue.
Like, give me the definition of what's fixed and what's variable and why am I using it?
Oh, I thought the signals actually worked for a second. See? I like how the smoke comes out. I don't particularly care for the smell, though. If it wasn't for the smell, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're using, because that is, I think they're burning something rather than actually using water vapor. Because it has a burning smell to it.
Pennsylvania Railroad Quick-Class Juju won the ultimate electric locomotive, the GOAT.
see that smoke there? This burns.
It used to be that we would all
Here we have the myth, the legend, the almighty, the all-powerful, the Union Pacific Big Boy, the ultimate GOAT of all steam locomotives, an engineering marvel of his time, and you will kneel when you're in his presence. Motherfuckers, I say kneel!
Okay, I'm joking. I love the Union Pacific Big Boy because it was a technological marvel at the time. And it was an articulating steam locomotive that was able to navigate tight turns despite its size. Here's a picture of it taking one of those turns here. Notice how the truck is off-center? That's because of the articulating nature of it. Because of this is what allowed it to navigate tight turns despite its size. And I love this train. Like I said, you want more information, look it up. Matter of fact, I'll leave a link down the bottom. Moving on to... Man, I honestly thought that this signal changed when the train go past there. I realized that the other signal changed at the same time, and then realized it was just a proximity sensor. He programmed it wrong, so they both turned red instead of, the one that was supposed to be on that track. So, yeah. But it's funny, though. Now, this wasn't at the train show. However, this was at Grand Central when I went to New York. I decided to wait to upload this until now. This was at Grand Central, New York. I guess this is losing power. Sorry. Yeah. Stop running.
You caught it again? Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, it's cool right there.
Armand, you can't go away from me. Come here. Armand, you have to stay by Mama.
I guess this is losing power. This is cool. I also like some of the yard layouts they had here of all different kinds, which I found to be cool. Only thing I don't hate about here, because going up here is kind of a lot. It is hard because of this. This bus sucks. As you can see, you can I like this app because it tells you where it's at. Like right here, that's where the bus is, and I'm right here. So I like this app because it's pretty accurate as what it does. But as you can see, look at that time down there. I left it, I forgot what time I left, but it was like, the bus was 19 minutes away, so I waited around before I walked to the bus stop, which wasn't far. But the next bus, look at that. And the bus after that ain't coming till like 5:18. I mean, was it 18? I don't know, I can't remember. It was stupid. I mean, wow. But like I said, I like the versatility of Scepter, but Jesus, the further out you go from the city, the crazier it gets. But back to the train show, it was a little mediocre because it could have been bigger, could have been better. Because years past, it used to be a lot bigger and a lot more to it. It was so much one year that they had Lego train sets. They don't do that no more. Now it's getting smaller. It's not as big as it used to be. So it was a little mediocre. So that's pretty much it. Like and comment. Let me know what you think. Stay safe, everybody.
Next event, the Auto Show 2026. I'm going there on February the 7th. I will be there. Should be a blast.